A long range shot from Anelsa.
He's got it!
Oh, what a kick! He got a kick! Anelsa has nailed it!
Oh, man, a ball!
What a talent! He drags him!
He was a weak-gutted dog as a kid, and he hasn't changed now. A weak-gutted dog person now.
He's got it! He's given it! Gleason's got it! To guy's birthday! Here's Aloisi for a place in the World Cup.
Hello. Welcome again to another episode on the Australian Sporting Cartel podcast. Who am I joined by? I'll let him introduce himself. Hello.
Hello, everyone. I am the Parmigiana Playboy, or based on feedback
Parmigiana Playboy.
I got from our previous episode, the guy that hates Clint Gutherson. But it is me.
Yeah.
2/3 of the
nasty little
Australian Sporting
comments.
Cartel here. And
There's a guy who talks to me, and you know what he says this with my video essays. Do you know what he calls me?
what?
He calls me Captain Thesaurus. Is that a compliment? You know, if you're fucking listening, you know who you are. When you say it again.
Captain Thesaurus.
Yeah.
I mean,
is that a compliment or is that a... I don't know. I was
we're
like,
playing
what the
FIFA,
fuck am I meant to say to that, dude?
if we're playing FIFA and I've just scored the third unanswered goal on you,
golly,
I might
you
say,
have just dizzle-wazzled me up the bunzoli.
in your
Fucking
face,
hell,
Captain
man.
Thesaurus. Like, perhaps I could
It's not going
use-
to catch on. Speaking of FIFA, speaking of football,
Speaking of football, yes.
I'll
Fun
let
one
you take
today,
this
mate.
away. This was your idea.
Fun one today.
Headline
So,
this.
As Lux Mango, Rip Dingo, Captain Thesaurus.
That's me. Each works.
The pride of the Sydney's Northern Beaches has said that this podcast will be, rugby league focused, but we will talk about other sports, other things, and the
Sporting
fact that
Cartel.
the rugby league season is now over means that our eyes, in particular, are heavily on the Premier League and the upcoming cricket season. And I was thinking today about my baller 11, the best 11 footballers, Premier League, La Liga, otherwise, who everyone loves, everyone respects, everyone, doesn't matter who you go for or who you followed and watched or even the success of your club. But if you've seen that team on paper, you'd go, yeah, I respect every one of those players.
100%.
Every single one of those players. So I put down my my team. I thought, I'd be pretty happy with that.
There's a lot of respect in football.
Bloody oath.
It's a gentleman game. The world game.
There is, and
Love it, man. I love
obviously
football.
would love to hear
We're gonna
people's thoughts, and this is obviously for the Premier League or FIFA football, but I could definitely put one together for rugby league.
we could do it for,
Test
for
11.
a lot. Everything
Yeah.
cricket,
Yeah.
rugby league, NFL,
100%.
NBA, AFL, man. Sport is our library. The book is the soul.
A fun
I don't know
little
what I'm fucking saying. Let's just get into it.
fun little short
go.
one. So,
Yeah.
Luke, obviously you've had less time to think of this than I have, but that's right. I'm going to go through mine
The quick wit man is the wise man.
because, like I said, I was thinking about it and I was like, if that 11,
You
if this 11 was on paper, I'd be fucking. There'd never be a problem.
Are you gonna do a formation for that, or just straight up
no,
four
no.
defenders, 3 mid, 3 attack?
Great clarifying question. So my formation is a 4-2-3-1.
What's the most respectful formation? 4-2-3-1.
My personal favorite. I think.
I love that.
You don't see it nowadays.
2 DMs.
Well, no, I don't. I believe in box to box midfielders. DMs don't exist in my world, man.
Oh damn.
So these two in the center will be box to box midfielders.
They cover
Attack,
what is
they
it?
Defend.
70% of the earth covers the water. The
they
rest are
score
covered by these
absolute
guys.
Bangers. They're snipers with precision passing. Like just it.
Love that.
That's why it's called midfield, man, because they defend and attack.
I like to think that I'm a good midfielder.
This Jose Mourinho
spend a lot of-
bullshit of a defensive midfield.
Inverted fullbacks. I spent a lot of time playing my local comp midfield.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, dude. I tried to be box to box. That shit is hard. Oh my god. Unreal. So respect. Okay. I'll let you take this away, man. It's all yours.
Yeah, thinking about goalkeeper, he wasn't my first thought, but obviously Gigi Buffon came straight to mind. I think he's such a fantastic player, and most people love him. But I think if I was really trying to stick to, I guess, a straight line here of who would and wouldn't necessarily fit, I think the fact that he moved to PSG for a bit, even though he circled back to Juventus,
It soured his reputation a little bit.
I don't think it soured his reputation, but I just feel like he went down to Serie B with them. He stuck with them for ages.
Yeah.
It wasn't his first club. He obviously
No,
played for Parma first.
Yeah.
And I just, it didn't make sense. Like, why leave to go to PSG now? Maybe he was forced out. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying maybe it wasn't him at all. He would have stayed, but I was like, I just felt like that went against Buffon, the aura of the guy. I would have easily picked him, but he wasn't my choice, man. I went with Petr Cech.
I think a lot of people would respect.
Guy with the headgear, like
Yeah,
he never
man.
wanted to leave Chelsea, but Roman, I fund war criminals Abramovich just said, "Fuck off, we don't want you anymore." He's like, "Are you serious?" And so he went to Arsenal.
Yeah,
I'm a United fan.
love him.
Like,
Nah,
Petr
man,
Cech never
100%.
played for United, but
He's record for most clean sheets in the Premier League.
exactly,
Fuck, dude.
and he was a goalkeeper in the time where there was some gun goalkeepers.
Oh, in his era, holy fuck.
Pepe
Dude.
Reina, Edwin van der Sar.
Edward van der Sar, man.
Yeah, like
It was some guns. Jens Lehmann, dude.
Lehmann,
like, far
sensation.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd completely respect that to keep on topic with.
Yeah,
with this.
Casillas, Valdez,
Dude.
Manuel Neuer.
Unreal.
Obviously, some of these teams are not Premier League players, but like Jesus, like he was, there might be another Chelsea player in my 11, who knows? But like he was such an integral part of their couple titles they won under Jose.
And to think that he went through such a life-altering circumstance. Like, he went through such a life-altering event. Could have changed his perspective on football.
Yeah.
Just slapped on a headgear and continued to do what he loved, continued to do what he did best. And that was be an elite level goalkeeper. To get Chelsea up there, win the Champions Leagues, won multiple Premier Leagues. Can't go wrong with Petr Cech. Love him. Love him to bits,
He's a
dude.
baller.
He's a baller.
Mad respect. Goalkeeper in my respect 11.
He's fucking jacked as well.
Oh, huge. Huge.
Fucking hell. Get him in. Get him
I'm
starting lock forward.
I'm pretty sure I can remember reading that he's like an amateur DJ in the Czech Republic.
Fuck.
Like he just
gets better and better. He's just got such huge cock energy.
just walks into a random French nightclub and goes, "Hi everyone, I'm Petr Cech," and then just starts playing like he's Tiesto. Like,
So good. Fucking love him. Nah, that's a great start.
so yeah, that's
Great
my
start.
goalkeeper.
I like it.
Now, do you have a goalkeeper ready yet, or do you want me to
No,
power on through?
I've got a goalkeeper.
All right, man. Who's your keeper?
Someone you touched on.
Yeah,
It's Gigi Buffon,
Yeah.
who I think, in my eyes, is the greatest goalkeeper of all time.
Valid.
Multiple Serie A winner, World Cup winner. Was at one stage talked about as the best player in the world. And this is during an era with players like Cannavaro, Zidane, Ronaldinho, Kaká, even that you start to see the talent of Messi and Ronaldo come through. Gigi Buffon stood out. And in my eyes, he's the best goalkeeper of all time, and the longevity and the respect that he has for the clubs that he played for. And I totally agree with that, with him going to PSG. Don't know if he was forced out, but might have sullied a little bit of what he did. But I still think he's one of the elite level athletes, the gentleman of the game. He pioneered the 2000s goalkeeping. He was just the guy. I remember watching the 06 World Cup. It's the first World Cup I remember.
Yeah, same.
Just remember thinking how good this guy is. Because Italy, France in the final, he made one of the best saves I've ever seen. It was a Zizou header in extra time. Big bold head, flicks it across. Buffon just taps it over. I loved him. And I think there's a lot of adulation and mutual respect, whether you like Buffon or not. Like, he's a don. He's the godfather of Italian football. He's been around for so long. So my choice is Gigi Buffon, but second easily is Petr Cech.
Yeah, no, I love it.
I
Man.
can't think of two other. Yeah,
Great goalkeepers and good ambassadors for the sport.
absolutely. No, 100%.
My right back, I initially put someone in, and I was like, yeah, no, this is like unwavering whatsoever. But then when time passed, I was like, and when I say time, I mean like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, actually, hold on a minute. Can I change my answer?
Gets you, doesn't it? You start to think, you're like, I could be wrong.
So like I was going to change my answer, but I'm actually going to keep it with my initial thought. So the honorable mention and the guy I thought I was going to change my answer to was Cafu.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a fucking, my first World Cup of
pioneer for a
memories,
fullback.
2002. I'm a big fan of AC Milan,
Yeah.
especially back in the day.
I know who your right back is.
Who do you think it is?
Philip Lahm.
Oh shit, it's Philip Lahm.
Hi.
Yelene Gordon moment number 2 today. we were just having some lunch before recording, and Luca says to me, "Hey, I've got the list of retirees here. I'll give you $100 if you guess this guy." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "He's retiring now, but he hasn't played first grade since 2010 or whatever it was." I was like, "Fuck me, who could that be?" I'm thinking, did someone die and they're just giving him an honorary retirement? And he's like, no, he just wasn't good enough to make first grade.
Get it?
I was like, oh, that's Yelene Gordon.
Gordon. He debuted in 2005.
And so,
What the fuck,
yeah,
man?
my right back is 1,000% Philip Lahm.
Philip Lahm.
I mean, say less.
There's not going to be much change because he's my fucking right back, so we may as well double glaze him right now. I can't think of any other right back that I respect more. I don't think he got a single red card throughout his entire career.
He was very minimal. But he was part of a Bayern Munich team that had some real, like Bastian Schweinsteiger, Thomas Müller, Ian Robben. Had some really, like Manuel Neuer.
Immortal level players.
Yeah, exactly. Like that Bayern team, like the streets will never forget. Like they were fucking, and they weren't like fancy. They weren't the gold chain big man things from London. They were just,
efficient German footballers.
Das Football,
fucking good, bro. Yeah, insane. And he, at 2 levels as well. Right back, he could play defensive mid. Put him on the flanks. He was a workhorse.
I know.
He was a gentleman.
He made way for Joshua Kimmich to come in and play right back, and now Kimmich made way for
the same, isn't he?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, dude.
That's the Bayern pathway. You want to be a defensive midfielder? First, you got to captain us at right back.
Got to go through the Philip Lahm process. That's what it's called. It's called the Philip Lahm test. Yeah. No, I love that.
Yeah.
We both have the complete respect towards the exact same player.
Now, do you want me to name both my centre backs or just the first
Yeah,
one?
go for both.
All right, so
I like to do things in 2.
cool. Yeah. Oi.
Yeah.
It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. There's been a lot of gun centre backs, but I was like, who's not polarizing? Who, like I said, would be a respect 11 where everyone's just like, yeah, that guy's awesome. So both captains of their clubs, both Champions League, or maybe not Champions League winners for the first guy. Both World Cup winners.
I know it. I think I know.
All right, see if you can guess.
I'm not going to say it. I want to let you do it.
All right, mouth it off air.
Mouth it off air.
Yeah.
What, you want to turn mute?
Oh, don't even worry about it.
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
So I got
it's your time.
Fabio Cannavaro and Carlos Puyol.
Okay, I had Puyol. Didn't get Cannavaro.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Cannavaro for Madrid and Juventus, and I think he played at Lazio beforehand.
I think he did.
Yeah. I can't
He won the
remember if
Ballon d'Or, man.
Yeah, I
Only defender to win the Ballon d'Or.
couldn't remember if he won the Champions League though. I'm
No,
not sure.
I don't think he did.
And he won the World
I
Cup.
could be wrong. He definitely won the World Cup. That's the year he won the Ballon d'Or.
But off the top of my head, I can't remember if he won the Champions League.
We need to fact check. If anyone's out there, if you can fact check, put it down in the comments. Did Cannavaro win a Champions League? Because we are stumped. Intellectually stumped, unfortunately. So, yeah.
But yeah, so those are my centre backs.
Those are great. Fantastic. I've had some time to think.
Yeah.
And I've gone for Puyol as well.
Yeah.
At Puyol. Respectful man. He
Even with his own
led the
team, His
Blaugrana.
accountability, man.
But I'll never forget his goal against Germany in the 2010 semi-final.
Yeah.
That Xavi whip. He comes in. He runs from fucking halfway.
hair waving in the wind.
Waving like fucking Kevin Sorbo. He just jumps. Bang. Goal. Past Neuer. He was an icon of the game, which represented both the image, his personal image, and what the game represents. And what my idea of the perfect athlete represents. That's why I love Carlos Puyol. My other one is Rio Ferdinand. And I went with Rio Ferdinand because you might be a Liverpool fan. You might be a City fan. I'm a City fan myself. There is so much unwavering respect I have for Rio Ferdinand as a human being. He was in his prime, one of the best centre backs in the world. Not carried Man United. That's completely ridiculous to say, but he was so integral to that back line. Champions League winner, Premier League winner.
I think he's nearly got a ring for each finger.
100%. He's won that many, and he took over a tough role, man, when he came through. A lot of good defenders before him, but He's gone through some tough personal shit. Lost his wife, man. He's an ambassador for the game.
And not just that, as a United fan, I hate the way that he ended his career at QPR. That
That was
really
disgusting.
fucking annoyed me.
Disgusting. But he gave it 100%. He tried. He went with open arms. He went into QPR. He finished his career. Went out on a high. Was happy to leave. Was happy to leave the game where he left it. And I have so much respect for Rio as a human and as a player as well. So Rio and Carlos, they're my guys.
I love Rio. I think the reason I didn't pick him is because I've perhaps, maybe, I don't know, just read in too much to that.
Well, Cannavaro is it's hard. It's tough, man. Cannavaro is another great option.
I've got some football friends that, we often sort of have these just chinwag chats about, players and shit. And I see a lot of people, especially, people that haven't watched football since Portsmouth have been in the Premier League. They're only new fans, bandwagoners.
Don't like
Virgil van Dijk's the best Premier League defender of all time.
City fans since 04.
Bro,
I've been there.
Rio Ferdinand is a better Virgil van Dijk than Virgil van Dijk.
You
He
tell
had
that to a
better hair.
Tell that to a Liverpool
I
fan.
will. What the fuck are they going to do? Yell inaudibly? What are you talking about, lad? Rio Ferdinand can't hold a candle to Virgil. I'm from Liverpool.
That's good.
Steven Gerrard.
You got a career.
They'll always bring
Be
the
serious.
back to Steven Gerrard.
I love it.
That little Chris fella.
Hope that wasn't on the telly. Yeah.
Maybe Jamie Carragher will have something to say, but I don't know. I
Leave the
felt too much
football
of that.
before
But,
the football leaves you.
Yeah.
I get you, man.
but no, Rio's a good shout.
Love Rio. Left back. Let's go.
Left back.
Hit me.
So this guy gets the respect from just the fact that he's an absolute baller. I've never seen a better left back than him. I don't think we'll ever see a better left back than him. Roberto Carlos.
Yeah.
Mean,
Who the fuck else is it going to be?
Yeah.
You're taking my picks, dude. Do I have to go with you, or can I just...
you can pick whoever you want, man.
I don't want to pick everyone that you're picking. I think we both have mutual opinions, don't we?
I mean, this isn't my favorite 11 because, like, some of these players, this is my respect 11. This is my
Roberto Carlos, fucking legend, flair, skill, charisma.
That free kicks though.
That free kick, that is the fucking greatest goal I've ever seen scored. What, he bends it fucking 20 degrees
The
around the
man
wall.
defied gravity and physics,
Dude.
geometry, everything that has a scientific movement of a football. Roberto's just like
dude.
PhD irrelevant. Observe.
100%.
Goal.
We call that golazzo. Huge, dude. I love it.
Yeah, Rio's
so good, dude.
Rio's the bomb. Roberto's the bomb.com. This would be the
many
Heineken.
Heinekens.
It's been a
Yeah, man. Nah,
long day, but
yo,
what's left to be said about Roberto Carlos? I mean, Brazilian legend, Real Madrid legend. Fuck, man. Won World Cups, Champions Leagues, La Ligas, Puskás Awards. He won everything.
he did. That's a great shout. And it's very hard to come up with like a left back that's had that much of an impact on a game. And I want to say someone else. Like I'm thinking in my mind, it's not fucking Ashley Cole. I have no respect towards Cashley Cole.
Ashley Cole.
I'm not a fucking Arsenal fan, but fuck you, Ashley. What are you doing, Ashley?
Yeah, Ashley.
Sick of him.
You moved in 2010, you prick, or whatever
You
it was.
fucking idiot. Where's your Arsenal spirit now? Nothing. I got to go Roberto Carlos.
Yeah.
I just think he is a fantastic representation of modern football, of what Jogo Bonito, the beautiful game, what he represented back when he played. And I'd kill to see him back in his prime. Holy fuck. And I'd say Marcelo is up there for me. But in terms of as a player, he did some shitty things, so I can't give him the same respect. But, man, Roberto Carlos, best left back that has ever played, and it's not even close. It's not even close. You can be Barca fan, Jordi Alba, fuck what you say. You Marcelo, nah, Roberto Carlos is the GOAT.
I mean, there's some players that definitely had the potential to be there. Alphonso
Actually,
Davies.
Actually, I want to rescind this because I completely forget he actually did play left back throughout his career. Paolo Maldini.
I was going to say, I think I know you're going to say
Paolo Maldini. You know what? I'm going to go Paolo Maldini just to be a little bit different. One of the best defenders ever. He's spent a lot of time playing centre back, but he also played full back, and I got to give it to him. He's got to be in the squad.
No hate.
Love him.
He's Milan legend, one
Yeah.
club man.
100%.
Him and Giggsy, I think, are the only guys that have played over 900 competitive
Yep.
games for the same club.
Yep. I think so.
Just-
No, you're dead set.
Fucking insane.
This Statman Playboy. Fucking hell. This guy knows all the stadiums. He knows his encyclopedia. No, I love it, dude. 100%. I think Carlos and Maldini are both brilliant, brilliant additions to the team. Midfield. Let's hear it.
Yep. So no DMs here in this podcast.
We're DMing. You're not
Well,
DMing
actually,
us. You can DM
no
us if
defensive
you want.
midfielders, but DMs are always open. So
Yeah.
please feel free to slide
Our
in.
DMs are always open. You want to talk about it? I'm here. There's three of us anyway. Well, two here today, but there's three of us here.
I went with box to boxes that I thought could cover all aspects of what a central midfielder should be.
Yeah.
That is passing, playmaking, the ability to score bangers and worldies,
Yeah. I
reliability,
just hope you don't
set
have
pieces.
mine. I really hope you.
I reckon we're going to have one the same.
Yeah.
You definitely won't have my
Absolutely.
second.
I know the one you're going for. I'm not gonna. Once again, I've said that 3 times. I'm not gonna fucking assume. So I'll let you take the reins.
So my first centre mid is Andrea Pirlo.
yes,
Yeah,
I love him.
he's
Oh,
brilliant.
dude, I didn't even think of him. Not even kidding.
Wow. Okay.
Ah. Wow.
Yeah. Respect 11. It hasn't had the best managerial career, to be fair, but we're not talking about the
It's not that.
can you pick a manager's 11? We're talking about the respect the baller's 11. This guy was told by Milan he was too old and washed up, and he won the Serie A next year in Juventus. Just so absolute quality player.
Baller.
And to my knowledge, he's the only player that played consistently multiple seasons across the big three in Italy:
He did.
AC,
Yeah,
Inter, and Juventus.
And his technical skill. I think it's the poise that he had in midfield.
He's passing
He's
was just-
passing his intellect for the game. He put out a really sort of beautiful quote on how football is played. He said, the game is played with your brain. Your feet are just the tools. You don't get anything beautiful than that. There's nothing better than that. It is so poetic, and he's 100% right. And I think about it when I play to this day. I think it's my feet aren't doing shit all. It's my brain, just how the receptors go. I'm thinking about it, and that's what Pirlo represented. He's
He's
such a beast.
yeah, just
His penalty against England, Euros, Panenka.
I'm thinking the free kick in the Champions League when there was him, Ronaldinho, Beckham, and someone else standing over the ball.
Oh,
That was like this is one of my
just
favorite
exploded.
visuals.
Premature.
Right. So
Okay, Pirlo's one.
second one. Now, I'm gonna try and give you a chance to win your $100 back from the Lean Gordon nonsense. If you can name who this
think I
other
know who
centre
it
mid
is.
is, I'll give you $100.
Is it Kante?
No,
Fuck.
didn't even think of it.
Ah,
Didn't even
no.
think about it. to
He's
be fair.
okay. Spoiler alert. He's mine. But
Yours?
okay, I want to hear your other one.
So wait, was Andrea Pirlo your
No.
Okay, so
No.
Kante's your first. Okay.
Kante's my first.
This guy is from the Netherlands, and he
Ruud Gullit.
no.
Ah,
He's a guy that if you were to use the term banger for goals that he scored, he did it consistently on repeat, like
what period did he
his
play in?
default settings. He was the late 90s, mid to late 90s, and
Box to box.
mid to 2000s. He was probably more
Clarence Seedorf.
Yeah,
such a beast.
stayed off, bro.
Fucking hell, dude.
He is.
I loved him.
He like Ajax, Madrid, AC Milan, just a fucking gun. He scored some of the best goals, aesthetically pleasing goals you've ever seen. And the guy was like, he was always in and around the mix, but like everyone was always frothing over other players. Big Clarence, baby. He just
Amazing.
worldies.
Dude. Oh.
He and I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he won the Champions League with Ajax. I think he did. Won it in '95 with Ajax.
Who did Ajax? Would they play Dortmund? Dortmund won that.
But he won it with Madrid and he won it with
Yes.
Milan and he won it with
Well,
Ajax as well. So
he
he's
did.
Champions League winner with three different clubs.
Baller.
Last time Ajax won anything any Champions League.
Remember that goal he scored? Where he pinged it from, I think it was like 45 yards out. Whoosh.
Yeah.
Keeper doesn't see it. Goes over his head. I emulate that goal to this day.
I mean,
it's one of my favorite goals ever scored.
If you had him and Pirlo in the midfield, you would be
aren't
covered
losing.
for everything.
You aren't losing because they're box to box, flair, intellect, and power. 4 key aspects to a midfielder's game. Mate, Pirlo and Seedorf. It's very hard to beat that. I've gone for N'Golo Kante as my number one, mainly
Good shout.
because it was a period. It's a period from 2015 to 2022 when, in my eyes, N'Golo Kante was the best box-to-box midfielder in the world.
I agree with you.
Could have won the Ballon d'Or, easy. 2021 probably should have won it. 2016 or 17 should have won it. Doesn't matter if you fucking support anyone. Like Ballon d'Or, I don't care. I don't think any single player has been robbed of it. I'm not that fucking person.
Oh, Henri in 03. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, okay. Well, Henri should have won it, but like I'm not that person. But he, in my eyes, N'Golo Kante was one of the best players ever to play, and he is. I think when it comes to like his reputation, his like his humanitarian image, it is.
That picture of
so
him just riding a
important.
push bike with a smile on his face, like
He's so humble.
how good is that?
I love humble athletes. He's as humble as they get. When he won the World Cup with France, he was a massive cog to that team. He's huge. He's integral. He goes around, everyone's dabbing with the World Cup, Paul Pogba and shit like that. He's politely waiting. And he's like, can I please take it? Do you mind if I just want a photo?
Can I have a turn?
It's only the World Cup, N'Golo. Fucking grab it. He's just that person. Doesn't drive fancy cars. He's simple. And he was one of the best players in the world. So he's my respect. No one hates Kante.
No.
This one I was tossing up. This one was so hard because once it's the Barca and Real thing. I was like, do I go for the Barca or the Real Madrid? And between them, it was Modric or Xavi. And in my eyes, from my perspective of football, I'm a midfielder. I respect midfield intellect. Xavi Hernandez is in my top 5 players ever to play football.
That's a huge
That's
call.
a big call, isn't it? I can't. Everyone says Iniesta was better. Disagree, man. Xavi was the glue that held that Blaugrana super team.
I'm pretty
together.
sure Xavi Hernandez is Spanish for glue.
I
maybe.
think it
don't
must
know,
be.
But
It must be Spanish for intense lovemaking as
Definitely
well.
not
Because the amount of
Busquets.
shit that he did for fucking
that's biscuits, by the way.
biscuits.
Yeah.
But actually,
No,
you having me on?
I was making
Why
a
did
joke,
I
bro.
fucking trust you? You're not Spanish. Any Spanish people out there, if you can help me out, what's
You're
a
the one that's
Busquets?
drinking a Spanish beer, a cerveza.
Well,
It's technically Mexican.
Mexican, so
Jesus. Well, they speak Spanish in Mexico. So.
get woke, all right? It doesn't matter. Anyway, Xavi,
Who made beer king of the campsite?
get that ad on repeat.
Great commercial.
Best commercial ever.
I think it'll come for the cricket season. They typically do.
Well, you get the one where they're on the jetty.
I hate
They're
that
playing
ad.
cricket.
I hate
The old
that ad.
old woman up there. You weren't even watching. You were
Exactly right.
fishing.
Blood's fishing. She didn't even know what happened.
Ah,
Buff the knee roll.
It's outside the line.
Buff the knee roll. Not out.
We're off on a tangent. I love it though. This is what we live for. Yeah, Xavi.
Okay.
Ambassador for the game, was so important to the Barcelona midfield, played well with Messi. I honestly think that if he wasn't there, would Messi have been the player that he is? And that's a big, tough fucking call. I like Messi. Messi's great. But would he have been the same player without Xavi and Iniesta there? And this is...
Well, he wasn't, because when he played at PSG, he didn't have Xavi or
No,
Iniesta.
but he
so
also was 36 years old.
He is, yeah.
Turned got the walking stick out, the Zimmer frame. But yeah, to me, Xavi, he was so softly spoken. Unfortunately, once again, like Pirlo, maybe he hasn't had the best managerial career. He's still young. I just want to see. He could have stayed loyal to Barca. He went for Qatar at the end, but he was a Barca graduate. He was your La Masia.
La Masia.
He was
yeah.
La Masia. So yeah, I've gone Xavi and Kante. That's my midfield.
That's a solid midfield. I like that. My number 10, bit of an outdated position. You don't see a lot of true number 10s nowadays. They usually play in a false 9. Kai
Yes.
Havertz. I like him by the way.
Kai.
Wasn't a
Not
dig
bad.
at Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is a cool dude.
Great gun. Love him. Just don't want him scoring against your team.
My first straight away I wanted to say Wayne Rooney, because like being a United fan, Shrek, he's such a great fucking footballer.
Baller.
History player for United.
Baller.
But then I was like, if he's in the respect 11, he's probably on the podium. But I think Ronaldinho is better than him. And I'm like, I'm about to say, I was like, Ronaldinho. And then I was like, you know what? No, actually, he would be my personal choice for my number 11 as a 10. But I have someone that I think is a more respectable baller than both of those two. And he played a lot of positions. Played striker, played centre forward. Maybe
Dennis Bergkamp.
maybe even played out wide at one point.
It's not Denisio.
No, he's a one club man,
Ooh.
and that's Francesco Totti.
Oh,
Baller 11.
dude. Represents Roma.
Baller 11.
He should get the keys to the city when
He's their best ever player.
100.
He's-
It's
he's-
not even
he's-
close.
He's the outfield Italian version of Buffon.
Yeah.
Right? Like
I still never forget when Totti scored that penalty against Australia.
that
I
was
fucking hated him then, but
yeah. Well, Fabio Grosso is not welcome to anything.
he's not
to do with
welcome.
this
He's not
podcast.
getting on this podcast. I don't care if he
Dickhead.
doesn't give a fuck what this is. He's never coming on. But yeah, dude, bang on.
Yeah, I was like, I'd be cheating myself, even though I came up with this concept anyways today. Like I was just like, nah. If I put Ronaldinho down, it wouldn't feel right. So I went with Totti.
Great call.
I'm guessing by your reaction though, you went with Ronaldinho.
I went with Dino, but you've made me rethink. You've made me rethink because initially I was like, "Don't you dare say Dino. He's my baby." I'm not going to go with Ronaldinho. I think there was another man in that number 10 spot. He may not have been a natural number 10, but he has played number 10 at times in his career. And he's probably the most intellectually spoken and funniest man in the game. He is, when he's doing his punditry now, he's fucking hilarious. You guess who it is? Should have won a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to put him at 10.
I'm going to put him at 10. I'm going to do it. I don't give a fuck.
He's the number 10 though.
I don't give a fuck. He played 10. He definitely played 10. It's Thierry Henry.
We'll leave this up to the viewers. You
Yeah.
know, we'll put a poll in the description box for this.
He has played 10. I'm putting him at 10. Because I'm not putting it like... Wait, okay. Because I've got two strikers here. It could be on... You know what? No, I'm going to go Dino at 10. And I guess Henry is going to be my striker.
Hey, that's fine.
I'll take
I
that.
accept that.
Yeah.
No, there's bullshit about him playing as a makeshift 10 though.
He has played 10. Because you're saying if they've played in that position, they're eligible. Maldini played left back.
No,
He could
okay,
play- he can
Maldini
be
didn't
my dude.
fill in at left back. He played multiple seasons and
Yeah, but Henry has played at 10. He's been at 10 at some point. I'm making a 10 of the most respectful players ever. I'm not making you have to have fucking played this X many games in this position. I don't give a fuck.
it's not about that.
No.
It's like you're respecting the position, bruv. That's why Francesco.
What the fuck?
Totti-
No, I'm not. It's not like I'm disrespecting Henry by saying, I'll put you at 10.
No, but I would think if this meant anything to Francesco
Well, I've had to
Totti or Ronaldinho,
I've had to
maybe-
phase someone out.
Maybe.
I've had to phase people out. So I'm going to go Dino at 10. What else can I say about Dino? Freak. One of the most
He's
skillful
Steppo.
players of all time. Like, he pioneered the modern skill moves that we see in today's game.
You made a really, really good point about, I don't know if Messi would have been Messi if it wasn't for Xavi. I say the same about
Yeah.
Ronaldinho because
He built Messi.
Messi
Fucking
got to
hell.
learn, that was prime Ronaldinho, peak Ronaldinho, Ballon d'Or, Champions League Ronaldinho. He was
It's just different breed.
unbelievable.
Like, he was fucking insane.
Just a sensational player.
Yeah. That's no disrespect to Messi as well. I think Messi's the best player of all time. But, like, seriously, Dino, he built Messi up. He showed him the culture of the club, and he put him on his back. It's like Yoda. Yoda was doing the whole thing with Luke when he was training. Star Wars reference.
Step over the ball, you must.
If you like Star Wars.
A lot of drag
Love
backs,
it.
ball rolls.
Yeah, it was all Dino. Anyway, that's the 10s done. Some really good 2 10s there that are brilliant. Dino and Totti.
Yeah. So I'm going to do my wingers now. And it would have been so fucking easy to just go Messi Ronaldo, right?
We're not. I'm refusing to put either of them
But I
on my
put
team.
exactly the same here. Like, they're too polarizing.
You all want to
all the-
fucking hear that.
All the
don't you?
Messi fanboys are just like, fuck Ronaldo.
It's all the literally all the Ronaldo fanboys are gonna
like,
say fuck Messi.
Like,
You all suck.
I was like, nah. But we've actually said both their names already in this here podcast. My left wing, I've gone Thierry Henry.
Nice.
He's just unbelievable.
You can't not
his
put him in.
skill and technique. And it, like, as a United fan, back when I first started really watching football is when Arsenal and United were just the heat of that rivalry. It was pre-Invincibles.
Perez,
it was,
Henry, Bergkamp,
Ljungberg,
Tony, like
Vieira, and then, you had Van Nistelrooy,
Van
Scholes,
Nistelrooy,
Keane,
Giggs,
Giggs, Beckham.
Rooney.
Like it was, people talk about the Premiership football that we got now and how it's, the best league in the world and this and that. But like
Different game back then.
back then, it was really special.
It was real.
And Henry, man, he was for a long time, he was like
The best player in the
benchmark,
world.
the class above. And,
He was best player in the world.
I actually really like Pavel Nedved. I don't have any, I think he's a great player, great ambassador.
Won the Ballon
sport,
d'Or.
but he won it in the year that I think Henry should have got it.
Yeah.
And
Agree.
yeah.
Both
so
great players.
I've got Henry on the left wing. The right wing, I was like, who could I put? Who do I think is not just an elite player in that position, but meets the criteria of why we're doing this 11?
Yeah.
And I probably had emptiness in my head for about 10 seconds. And then it popped into me. There's only one person I think can fill this, and that's Arjen Robben.
Yeah.
Absolute baller.
Yeah.
Chelsea, Madrid, Bayern.
There you go.
Everyone talks about MSN, but R&R,
Yeah.
Robben and Ribéry, like
How good were they?
They were
back then?
sensational.
Dude, they were insane.
And-
I've got a very interesting sort of pick for left wing.
Yeah.
Might not like it, but it's my pick. Marco Reus. I love Marco. And it's not like, this isn't about footballing ability. This isn't about what he's
it's a baller 11.
He's
It's
a baller.
Respect.
I respect Marco so much, given how fucking loyal he's been to Borussia Dortmund with everyone else leaving around him, and he's still staying.
He only had about 2 million offers to go to Bayern.
100%. He never left. And he missed the World Cup through to injury. Fuck, that would have sucked. Would have fucking shit. Dude.
It's interesting, right? Who do you think had the better career at the end of the day, Mario Götze or Marco Reus? Because they were very,
Two,
very similar trajectories, right?
it's two little mud pile. I don't know how to describe it. It's so disrespectful. Both had pretty unfortunate careers. I think Royce.
Götze took the Bayern offer. Unfortunately, he got ill.
He got fucking
Spent a bit of time
done.
in the Netherlands, circled
Yeah.
back to Dortmund.
Royce is still there. Played in the Champions League final. It would have been so good if he'd finished his career with the Champions League. You going up
Didn't
against
work,
Real Madrid,
unfortunately,
it's not
yeah.
going to work. It's not going to happen.
That Madrid team was just too good.
Amazing. My right wing's Robin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
baller.
Yeah.
But one of the best players. He got me off my seat. He was always so exciting. Regardless if you called him a fucking diver or not, like he was so good. He was such a gentleman of the game. He still fucking competed at such a high level. Was amazing. He played for Chelsea. A lot of people forget he played for Chelsea.
Yeah, he was one of the
Really
first
break through.
When Roman Abramovich came in. He was like, I think it was maybe one season after. He and Matej Kejman and Damien Duff and like they all got signed sort of in the same window or the same season. And
Yeah. Amazing.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. What's your striker then? If you don't
Striker.
mind.
I've flip flopped on this a couple of times.
So many strikers.
I really wanted
That
to
have the
put down
potential.
my favorite player of all time, which was Ruud van Nistelrooy, but I didn't because
Got the Bateman.
I was like, who do I think is a proper baller and personifies this position? I was gonna say Zlatan, but I'm like, no Zlatan.
Fucking hates Zlatan. He's a prick. Like, he's a baller. He fucking pissed the shit out of me, dude. He was arrogant. I don't like arrogant players.
And then it came down to like almost a coin toss between these two guys. I was gonna say R9 Ronaldo because like he's
One of the best players ever.
so fucking good.
Yeah.
But I kept coming back to Didier Drogba
You know what? He was my third pick for first striker.
because he just like he.
He epitomized Chelsea.
I will say this: like I like football. I can watch it. I can have it on 24/7. Jose Mourinho was the guy that turned football into boring to watch, dominated play in the Premier League. right? But Didier Drogba was that one guy in that team that was just like, just get him the ball and he'll score.
He
And
was
he,
spirit. Bro, he
the
was...
Champions League that he won with Chelsea, the goals that he scored, the fact that he was
never gave up.
he was someone that, like, if you looked at the elite strikers at the time, you had Shevchenko, Ronaldo, Bergkamp, Henry, Eto'o, you had Del Piero, you had all these gun strikers, Zlatan, he was kind of, which to me, the vibe I got was like, which one of these doesn't belong, right? But I think he's a fucking mad player. Like, he's awesome.
If you seriously, there was a fucking point in his life where he was probably one of the best strikers in the world.
Yeah.
Fucking 100%. I love Drogba.
So yeah,
He does not get the respect he deserves, honestly.
It's not
Stopped the civil war in the Ivory Coast as well. Points for that.
Did he stop Coney, or am I?
I think it was Coney. He stopped a civil war. I think Coney was in like the Congo,
Coney? I don't know.
Republic of.
I'm not much on history with African
man.
wars.
That's
and
what this is about.
dictators.
Changing the dynamic of the
Yeah.
podcast. It's a history podcast.
Drogba. So
Well, I'm going Henri.
nice.
I wanted to go. This is my initial. I was going to go Zidane 10, Ronaldinho left wing, and then Henri striker. But I wanted to put Royce in so bad. So Zidane unfortunately misses out. He's my bench. He's my interchange. He's my substitute. But I've got Henri. What else can I say about him? He was the best player in the world at some point. Should have won a Ballon d'Or. He's up top 10 best players of all time for me.
Yeah.
He was so silky. He made me want to pursue football. He made me want to actually play football back in the day when I was playing with my French friend. I had a French friend, Emeric. He loved Henri. He loved the Arsenal. I don't get paid for this. Yeah, dude.
Righto, Arsene.
I'm not that guy. Not that guy, but Henri was that guy.
Yeah, nice.
And he takes my striker spot. One of the most lethal players, and he's one of the most articulate players when it comes to like modern punditry. Reads the game in a completely different way. He was a pretty good coach as well. Was co-coach at Belgium. That's huge, man. So, what a way to wrap up the two teams.
Yeah, now-
Henri and fucking Drogba.
So, I know we said name the 11, but to put a bow on this super quickly,
Yep.
you haven't had any time to think on this, so I just want your reaction.
Oh,
first
no.
that comes to mind.
Yep.
Who's your manager of this 11 following the same blueprint?
The manager's Jose Mourinho.
Oh.
I'm kidding. It's not Jose. No,
I am
it's not Jose. It's Sir Alex Ferguson. It's not even close.
Okay.
It's not even close.
Interesting.
I've never seen a man read the game in his way.
He's the best manager. He's brilliant.
It's not even close.
But-
It's not even close.
Baller and respect manager for me, Carlo Ancelotti, the Don.
Yeah.
He's won a
He's good.
Champions League with every team.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only manager who's won the top 5 leagues.
Oh, he's a fucking beast, man. He managed Everton. That shit show.
Yeah.
What a fucking king. No one else would take that job. Not Mourinho wouldn't. Pep wouldn't. Zidane they wouldn't take that job.
Zidane. I want Zidane at United.
He'd
Fuck
be
Everton.
fantastic at United. He's not going to take the
You
Everton
don't need
job.
to learn English, brother. We'll take care of the
Yeah.
rest. You just get in there and fucking,
It's all good. Yeah, nah. Sir Alex, dude.
Nice.
I've put a lot of emphasis on United. Not a single City player, and that's because they're still cooking. Company was a fucking honourable mention. Just don't think he beats Puyol and Ferdinand. De Bruyne was going to be in there, but I don't.
De Bruyne, yeah.
Oh, fuck. David Silva was an honourable mention. Aguero, it could have been, but I don't see them in that way. You said this is a baller 11 players that I would love to have a beer with, or I'd love to sit down and be like, let's talk footy. Let's talk football. What made you want to pursue it? What made you really get into this game?
I mean, if that's the case, Big Meeks, Michael Riches is my right.
Oh, he's fucking dude. He and I, if I ever meet that man on a night out, we're not. There's not a beer that's safe in the world. He was
Optus Sport,
fantastic.
get him to Australia. We will take care of the rest.
Please, Optus, if you're listening out there, Mr. Bridge, I would love to be on there and have a chat.
But
Yeah.
this was a fun little episode, and it
a
was a
great
little
episode.
bit of a variation from the rugby league content. But
We're a multi-sport channel.
let us know your thoughts and give us some ideas on other footballing 11s that you might want us to do. Whether it's our favorite 11, the best 11, the
Yep.
prison 11, the overrated 11,
The comment button is down
hated
below.
11.
Just give it a click.
Let us know.
If you just click, if you type things in this keyboard on your computer, it actually forms sentences. You can just press enter, and there you go. And we'll read some of them in the next podcast. You get a chance to be featured. Also, be on the lookout. There is a Australian Sporting Cartel giveaway coming out. All you got to do, follow us on Instagram to be in for a shout. Good prize coming up. Can't tell you what it is yet, but we'll let you know soon enough. Anyway, I think we've wrapped up today. What do you think?
Oh, this was fun.
I'm
going to wash it down with a Heineken.
I can't wait. I hope everyone had fun out there. Until next time, see ya.